Hey, good afternoon. It's Jackie Malpass, and this is Writing for the Soul. So, yesterday I talked about the fact that I was writing a new book, and it was called Writing for the Soul. And I invited whomever wanted to write a book to come and join me and write their own book, just, come on this journey. But actually, I got to thinking that there's two things that we could be doing together. So one of them is you could write the book, but also the second thing is even if you do want to write a book, some of the stuff that I talk about you can use in lots and lots of different ways. So yesterday I did on a sheet of brown paper just random words, phrases and things that came to mind. And what I'm going to do is when I get to the outlining stage is I'm going to use those words to potentially help me to create my outline. So I might use some of the words for titles, it might be some content ideas. I really don't know. All I've decided to do is in the moment is just to write lots and lots and lots of words and then put them to one side and then come back and review them when I come back to do the outline. So that was something that I did yesterday that was something that I don't normally do. It just felt right in the moment. So I've got all these words. So if you're not writing a book, some of those words and those phrases and things are things that you could observe, witness, examine, journal around, and see where they take you. So, like I say, there's two things you can do. Now, today, what I have done is I've done my Step It Out exercise, which is the first part of, or I should say, another part of an outlining process that I have. And I went up on the terrace, so I felt really drawn to being outside. Now, typically when I ask people to do this, ask them to get sheets of paper, and I'll just use little tiny sheets of paper to show you what I mean. So you just get like A4 sheets of paper and you put them on the floor in a line, and you start at the first one. The first one is not the introduction, and you stand on the first one and you close your eyes and you get really connected to what this first chapter might be. Now, in my online course, I've done a demonstration, and what I've got is a big sheet of paper with all sorts of questions and bits and pieces on that you need to be asking yourself. So you have that on the floor, you have a line of A4 sheets of paper, and stand on the first one, look at your questions that you want to ask. So what questions does this chapter answer? What is the chapter about? Why is it important for the reader to know, etc, etc. So you do that, and you stand on the first sheet of paper and you close your eyes and you just get yourself into the zone, and then using your mobile phone talk about whatever comes up. And then when you've asked enough questions, you step on to the next one, the next one, the next one. So hence it's called Stepping Out. So what I did today, I didn't put any sheets of paper on the floor because I have tiles and I could step from tile to tile to tile, and I wanted to be outside, and it's a little bit windy and all the paper would blow away. But I could have gone and I could have gone out into the Rambler and done a walk, and what I could have done is used things like a tree or a rock or a bush as kind of chapter anchors, and then I could have looked at them, closed my as long as no one sees me and arrests me, I could go from point to point to point to point and speak into here. So what I did was went upstairs, stood on the terrace, closed my eyes, and I just talked into my mobile phone. So like I say, this is day 2 of Writing for the Soul. I've done a little Step It Out exercise. I haven't listened to it yet. So what I wanted to do was actually not listen to it today. So tomorrow I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to mind map what I hear. So this is my day 2, and I invite you to have a go at stepping it out. So I am Jackie Malpass, also known as the Word Alchemist. This is Writing for the Soul. If you would like to write a book, if you go up to the sign up box, there is a little button that you can press and you will get what's it called? It's called a free book plan. You can get a free book plan, and that will give you an idea of what's involved in writing a book. Or you can join Writing for the Soul, which is a Facebook group, and you can share your writing and your thoughts privately in there. So good luck with your book, and I'm looking forward to my day 3.